Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm going to be adding in some turn signal and DRL LED lights that are sequential. They look pretty cool. I opened up the box already to see if they work and see how they look, and the installation seems pretty simple, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so here's the flexible DRL lights that I got. You can have them on as white or you can have them on as yellow. I'm gonna do the yellow to match the turn signals. And here they are right here. I did test them out. So on here you can have a black wire, a yellow one, and a red one. If you just want white, you connect the black to ground and the red to power, and then these will turn white. But if you want them yellow, the yellow wire will be your power wire that you just tap into your turn signal. So let's check out what it looks like. Now, I highly recommend testing this out first to make sure that the LEDs work from the factory and that you don't have any burnt out. Black to ground, positive. All right, those all work. Let's test the other one really quick. Perfect. Now, here's what the white looks like, if you guys want to know what that looks like. Boom. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the LEDs work fine. There is a left side and a right side. So on here you can cut it. So if you take off this cap, you cut it to the length that you want, and then you just put some glue on the part that you cut, and you put the cap on, and it makes it waterproof again. So I'm pretty sure I might need to cut these a little bit. It's not gonna be too bad though. Let's go see how it looks fitted. So you're gonna fit it in so that the wires come in like this. It's gonna come up. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. So I'm probably gonna have it like this. I don't want to take off this gasket. Might need to. Or I can just tape it down like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and mock this up, and then I'll let you guys know what I come to. Okay guys, I went down to Lowe's and I picked up a inline fuse. I prefer to run these whenever I do anything. And then I picked up these quick splice connectors. These are actually pretty cool. I'm just going to put one end through the splice. You'll see on the backside one's blocked off and one's not. So the one that is blocked off, you just put your wire through and it sits in there like that. And then the wire that you want to get power from, you just pop it on, you just slide it through that slot, and then you just close this thing and it just cuts right through the wire. So what I'm gonna do for my turn signal, I have my wire right here. So the red one on this 4Runner is going to be my power, and that's what I'm going to splice into. You can probably see it better through this backside, just like this. Now I'm just gonna pop it on. It's gonna be kind of hard to do, and also it looks like it's about to rain, so I don't have much time to do this. I grabbed the wrong one. It's a 16 to 14 gauge I'm grabbing that I need. So it's gonna be this blue one. Okay, see how the wire's through there? It's on one side. We're gonna put the other part of our inline fuse through there. And then we're gonna close it. And then now we can see if we get power from it. Okay, maybe I didn't pierce the wire. So I believe I pierced the wire now. I just had to take some pliers. Now let's touch this. Oh yeah. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Nice. Now this is a live wire, so be careful. Just take out your fuse. Then I'll show you guys to verify that there's no power going to it now. See? Now let's start the car and see what it looks like as a DRL. Yeah, that's cool. Perfect. All right guys, as you can see, it just started raining and I'm gonna have to stop for today. I'll pick up probably tomorrow or whenever the weather is a lot better. So yeah, I'll see you on the next day. It's day 2 of putting that LED turn signal strip in, and I don't like it. I don't like where it's at. It's not illuminating where I want. So I'll pop up a clip right here so you can see what it looks like. All right guys, so this is what it looks like as a turn signal. You can see that it comes up all the way through there. It's kind of hard to see this top part. It's actually really hard to see. As you can tell from before that I said I don't like it, I'm gonna think of somewhere else to put it. So I'm deciding to put it on the underside of my grill. So the left side, or right turn signal here, left turn signal here. I just have to measure it out. So I think that's where I want to mount it. See how it looks. It's probably gonna look cool. So since it runs as a daytime running light on the amber color, and I can use it as a turn signal on the amber color, that other red wire is for, it turns it white like I showed you guys. So I'm thinking about wiring it up so that way whenever I turn my headlights on, it turns on white. And then I double checked it to make sure that if I want to turn my turn signal on, it will activate the amber color, and it does. It shuts off the white and it activates it as a turn signal, which is cool because whenever I turn my headlights on, my daytime running lights turn off. So instead of just having that strip there, just doing nothing, I figured, hey, it might look cool to have it as white, and then it just turns amber whenever I need to turn, or if I turn my headlights off, whatever, you know. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tap into the headlight fuse left and right, and then just run a separate power wire going up to it. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna run the wires. I'll run like one wire or so, or just show you the routing of it, because you guys don't need to see the whole process. I might show like some crimping stuff, but anyway, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so I measured the front of the grill and it's 38 inches across from where I want to mount these. Now these are a little over 24 inches long. It's like 24 and a third, almost 24 and a half. We'll call it 24 and a half. So I got to cut about 5 inches off, a little over 5 inches. That way it can equal about 36 and a half, 37 from mounting point to mounting point, which should be good. Now on the back here, they give you cuts where to cut from. So if I measure it out, I'm like, okay, it's almost 24 and a half. I'll go back 5 inches. Now I'm measuring 5 inches back from this piece. You'll see so you'll see the LED strip in here, and then you'll see where you can cut it from. I'm gonna start measuring from here because it's right at 24. 3, 4, 5, and then the next one over right about there. So I'm gonna cut there because that should equal the rest of our length. So it's gonna be a little bit shorter, but it's gonna look cool. Now that looks good there. I'll cut the same amount on the other side. Now for these caps, it just says to pull them off and then glue them back together. So I'm gonna glue them on or throw some silicone in there or whatever I have on hand. It should work fine. Now we're gonna do that on the other one, get that pretty much all set up, and then we're gonna just run our wires. And then I also have some fuse taps for the headlights I'm going to use, where I'm gonna tap into the power on there and then just run a power line. Should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other one, get this end sealed up nicely, and then start running some wires. All right, so actually I have some clear silicone. It's 100% waterproof. So it's waterproof within 30 minutes, which is great, because it's not supposed to rain until tomorrow. Beautiful. That should set up pretty nicely. All right, Next, I'm gonna go ahead and run some lines, and then I'll show you exactly where I tied everything into and then routed everything. So let me do that real quick, and then I'll update you when I'm done. All right, I got lined up pretty well. It's like pretty much dead center. Sticks to over here, which is great. And then it comes over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the adhesive strip, attach them. Alright guys, it's been a few hours, or actually just like an hour and a half, but I got a lot of the wiring done. As you can see in here, I tapped into my low beam left and right. The top one is the right, bottom one is the left. And then I made a little loom coming out. I also tapped into my turn signal / DRL, and I made that the yellow wire. So my yellow wire is going to be my turn signal / DRL on both sides, and then my red wires are going to be for my headlights. That one right there, that's going to be for the driver's side, and the one that's not taped is going to be for the passenger side. So it's a little dark for me to show everything else, but all I need to do is run my loom coming up following my other one that I have for my Raptor lights. And then I'm going to tuck everything right back here. I just need to splice into my harness, or my light harness right here. And then I just need to attach my grounds. I'm probably going to attach it to that the hood release right there. And then these modules, I'm going to tape them up, put them up in here. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to finish up doing that. And then tomorrow, when there's more daylight out, I'll show you how everything is routed. And yeah, we'll pick back up tomorrow. So I'll see you then. It's been a few days since I installed those light strips, and I'm gonna show you how I just threw the wiring back there, and how I routed it. And so far, the adhesive is holding up really well on it, and yeah, doesn't look like they're gonna go anywhere, which is awesome. Yeah, looks pretty good. And right back here, it is a bit of a mess. I am going to clean it up a bit and just kind of sort out like this chunk of wiring right here. So what you can do here with these little modules, you can put some double-sided sticky tape on here and then stick it on this backside of the hood. Tuck that up right in there, or you can just keep it zip tied, kind of like how I'm doing right now. I'm just seeing how long these hold up for, because I would hate for like if these randomly decide to just like go out or whatever. It'd suck to waste that tape, but everything looks pretty good. It only took a couple hours. You can get it done a lot sooner if you have all the stuff on you and you know exactly where you want to route the wiring, but I'm pretty particular about it. This is the route that I went. So I followed my Raptor light harness that came up through here that I routed. That goes right behind the insulation. And then I have it just zip tied together. And I just followed the loom back here, zip tied it to the hood release cable, and then just zip tied it to this module right here. That way it doesn't rub against the body. And then for the fuse box, Then for the fuse box, for your fuse taps, what you have to do with this, I had to cut part of this part of the plastic right here, because the fuse tap, it's not tall enough to go over. So if you cut that a little bit and then just bend the plastic back, or just cut the whole piece of plastic out entirely, the fuse tap will fit right in there. And then I just routed it out the back here, and I covered the wire with some heat shrink, and then I put some of the Tessa tape on there as well, just to prevent any kind of like rubbing onto this ground piece. And I also covered this ground piece with a piece of tape, that way it's not completely rubbing all the way through. And then I just routed it out the back side of the fuse box, and it still closes just fine. And then as you can see, I have my fuse back here tapped into my turn signal on both sides. And then the only thing I need to do is just zip tie this wire so it's not just dangling around like this, which I will do here in a minute. But that's all the routing that I did. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you can clean up the wiring that goes up underneath the hood, make it look a lot cleaner, but you cannot really see it. Well, no, you can see it a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys like this. If you did, go ahead, comment below if you dig the light strip at all. I will be throwing some footage up there at night where it shows off the blinker, the sequential blinking pattern. It's pretty cool. But anyways, if you guys like this video and you found it helpful, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to see more videos like these. Take it easy, guys.